Okay, so I am not a YouTuber. I don't really do this stuff, but nobody has made a video on this, and I know it was incredibly obnoxious for me to figure this all out on my own. I figured it out, so I may as well share the knowledge. Um, if you're looking for the best soaker in this game, by far, hands down, it's the Trike, okay? Second best is probably Gasbag, then it goes, I'd say Stego, Golem, and then if you want to, Reaper King is an option. It's not like it's that good, but it works. Alright, so you can click off the video if you want to now. That's just kind of how it is. I'll explain. It's going to be kind of a longer video, but I'll explain my thought, my reasoning, and kind of the math behind it. I kind of laid it all out. If you want to watch that, go ahead. If you don't, it's fine. Okay, so now that I got the kind of longer term people here, let's go ahead and look into how this all works. So I'm going to go to my document. Alright, so sneeze plants are X, pea shooters are autos. Alright. So I'm going to go with the heavy turret. That's kind of how we all do stuff. Nobody really uses anything but heavies and sometimes techs. But heavy turrets do 300 damage per shot. And the kind of gist of how I'm going to be breaking these down is things can have different buffs in this game. In the buffs, maybe you don't think that they're that good, but dude, they're like ridiculously important. Each one massively increases the amount of bullets you can soak. It's really not even worth soaking if you're not going to get all the buffs. Okay, so the first one is imprint buff. When you imprint your dino, when you're like raising your dinos, you can imprint them. They'll get a boost. They actually get like, some of them get. Okay, so it's a good way of thinking of it is a 20% increase to all their stats. It's a little different. The math is kind of weird on it. You can look it up on the wiki if you want to. But it's, you know, the important one is when you imprint your dinos, they get a 20% maximum health increase and a 30% reduction when you're of damage when you're riding them. So that's going to help you soak 30% more bullets. The next one is mate boost. You have to have a dino of the opposite gender next to them, and then they get this boost, right? 33% reduction, that's also huge. And you get the UD bonus, that's another 30% reduction. And then each dino that I'm going to list here has their own kind of special things. Some of them better than the others. It's really just what percentage of reduction they have. The Trikes have the highest damage reduction out of all the dinos in the game. As far as I know, I haven't played it for a little bit, but this is how it is. Maybe they added a new thing. I know the Mega Schlongs or whatever. The Mega Schlong. I have not tried out the Mega Schlongs yet. So, maybe they're like some super ridiculous soaking thing, I don't know. As far as I know, this is it. Trikes have 85% damage reduction when they get hit in the head, right, from bullets. And so what I did here is I ran the heavy turret damage, which is 300 per bullet, through all of the available like buffs they can have, all the reductions they're able to have. So the basic case scenario per heavy bullet while wearing no armor for the Trike is 14.7735 damage per bullet. That is including you get to have the 20% maximum health for the imprint, which is huge. You get all these reductions from the UD, mate, and imprint bonus. That's 14 damage per bullet. You go down to the Stegos. Stegos have 50% reduction. Put a note here. Don't get shot in the head. It does double damage. Shoot for the tails. Like, go turn around. Let them hit you in the butt. It does. It's not gay. It does a lot less damage. You get to soak way more bullets. And you can sprint when you're trying to get out. If you're like super low and some lag spike happens, you can just run. And if people are whistling, like if you crash or something like that, they can whistle your dino out and it'll run straight towards them instead of like running into the turrets and coming around, which is super aids. So in this one you can see here it's 49 damage. I just ran it through because they have a 50% damage reduction. It goes from 300 to 150 damage. Then you just run it through the other damage reductions and it goes down to 49. The golems, amazing. Huge giant body, they can run into stuff, a massive health pool, but they don't have mate boost and they don't have imprint because you can't raise them. So they don't get the 20% extra health and they don't get the 30% damage reduction and the 33% damage reduction for mate boost. So they're great. A lot of people really, really like the golems because they're, I don't know, they're just awesome, and they're not super hard to get like really, really good ones because you can't breed them. You gotta like go out and find them in the wilderness and then just tame them. Once you tamed them, that's basically as good as it's gonna get. You just leveled it up and use it. The sucky thing is, I haven't covered this yet, but the sucky thing is that their saddles are incredibly hard to get good ones. So getting a really good one of these is almost impossible. By good, I mean like above 60 armor. It's really hard to get that. So, you know, they're situational. A lot of people just use them no matter what, but it's really not wise because they get absolutely annihilated by tech turrets. So it's kind of their weakness. They actually have, yeah, so look at this. So their armor, that 85% damage reduction, completely ignored by tech turrets. They just get shredded by tech turrets. So do what you will with that information. It's pretty good, but you know, they're great because they have that huge health pool, and they're just massive, and they can do a ton of damage. So they're good, but they're just not technically the best in terms of like efficiency. They're not the best. Not even really that close. It's like double. The trike can take twice as many bullets, and they can take tech. Okay, so the gas bags. The gas bags I haven't used too much, but there's a lot of people that are like live and die by these things. People really, really like the gas bags. They're good. I see why. They're very mobile. You can jump up into tiny little nooks and crannies and just start soaking while you're jumping or whatever. If there's no, like on Aberration, no flyers, if they don't have a text gift, they just jump up and soak it, and it's flipping annoying, but that's what they do. Let's see. Yeah, so they get the mate imprint, and they get the UD buff, so they get all of them, and they get the 20% extra health, and they have an 80% reduction, so it's 5% less than the trike, and 5% is a lot when you're up there. When you're in like 80, that's the difference between 20% and 15, like 5. Taking 20% damage or 15% damage, and that shows in here. It's almost 20 damage per shot. Oh, sorry, I hit my mic. It's like 20 damage per shot, whereas this one's like 15 damage per shot. It's like 5 extra damage per bullet, which is a big difference. What is that? Might be a dum-dum, but yeah, so it's just like a 25% increase. Like the trike can soak 25% more bullets than the gas bags. So if you're okay with that and you want the mobility and you like gas bags a lot, go ahead, do gas bags. Gas bags do get thrown, like yeeted, by tech turrets. So if you're trying to jump up and and soak and they have tech turrets, then you just get thrown across the map. So it might be a little bit harder to do that, but good luck to you, my friend. I didn't do the calculations for Reapers. I'll just show you. The Reapers aren't like, they're not really that noteworthy though. They have innate health regeneration, which is pretty nice, but it's not really that worth it. If you have nothing else to soak with, sure, and it's early game and you got a Reaper somehow, go for it. Alright, so first I'm going to show you a pea shooter. So 2 damage. Oh, that does 9. Okay, so this is with, let's see. Keep in mind that 9 is being reduced by all the stat effects I was showing you. Ooh, and the armor. Forgot about the armor. But that is a mate boost, so that's 33. We got an imprint buff, that's another 30. We got the UD is another 30. And then we have the armor. So UD buff wore off. I'm at 12 damage now. Let's see the tech turret. 8. Yeah. Okay. Tech turrets are kind of weird. Watch what happens when it hits me. You get these 800s, 1000s. It's ridiculous. But I'm still, not 100% certain on all the math behind the tech turrets, because they have like a first initial damage and then like an explosion damage or something like that. So it's a little odd, but they don't do too much to the dinos unless you're, you know, on one of those rock golems, and they just destroy those. In fact, let me show you the rock golem. The rock golem cannot have a buff, UD buff. Sorry, excuse me. Imprint and mate boost, so it's just got one. And I don't have a saddle on this guy. I'll put one on in a second. Actually, can I ride this trike without a saddle? Wonder if I could do that in creative. No. What if I try to force tame it? Oh my gosh, you can. Okay, that's awesome. Now, I gotta be off creative so I can actually... Alright, there we go. That way it takes damage. And I have no health, I'm gonna die. No armor stego. Trike. Okay. 29. The heck's going on there? Ah! Science! Interesting. This is odd. Come, my sweet. Alright, that took me way longer than needed to. I tested a lot of things, but I came to the conclusion that my settings are not official, and I don't know what to change them to, so this is what it's going to be, I guess. Unofficial, I assume. The wiki says it does 300 damage per shot, the heavy turrets, so, you know, I guess go off that number if you're going to be calculating, but know that the concept of this is the same. It's all just the percentage of reduction, so it's going to be the same, like, idea. It'll just, you know, be different numbers. Anyways, that was the trike. 29 for the heavy without armor. And we're going to go with this guy. This guy was showing up as 42 when I was testing him earlier. Let's see, yep. 42 and 9 for the pea shooter. And for the tech... Good old 600, huh? 750? Yeah, that's no fun. Yeah, don't ever use these for tech. Alright, let's get the next one. Let's do Stegos. Alright, with the Stegos we got 31 for the pea shooter. Okay, hold on. Yeah, 31 for the pea shooter. I was seeing 99s. The damage is... Oh, hold on. That's why. Number jumped up because I accidentally hit the button to shift the stance. Alright, yeah, 15. Excuse me, 15 for the pea shooters. We got 84 for the tech turret and 99 for the heavies. Yes. I'm seeing 69s in there. I think that's because it's hitting not the tails. Let's see. Yeah, some different spots in the body do different damage. The head takes stupid amount of damage. Don't get shot there. Aim for the tails. It's just kind of how you go. These guys are pretty good. They got a lot of health too, so that's nice. Also, you can't get picked while you're on these guys, so that's a huge bonus. If you're online raiding, I think these guys might be the best option. They're really, really good. Yeah, you'll get completely blasted off these guys if you're not inflated, because even walking back into these suckers, you're just going to get destroyed. You gotta have oxygen. So going back with oxygen, we got... Oh my gosh. Alright, yeah, I would guess don't soak these things. Don't soak them when you have, when they're on players only, because you're just gonna get shot off. But I'm seeing 8 for the pea shooter, 39 for the heavies. That's pretty good. That's almost as good as the trike. Almost as good as the trike. Then there's this puppy. I love this guy. So he definitely takes quite a bit of damage. 150 from techs. 85 from heavies. 18 from pea shooters. You know, it's respectable. They have high health regeneration, so that's a bonus. If you're using it on aberration, you're not going to be able to get the UDs in there, so you'll take more damage than what I was showing. But they are pretty nice. Not really my favorite for soaking, but they can do it. Alright, now we're going to try some with the saddles on. I got some... Let's try primitive first. We'll see what that is. Saddles will make a massive difference, by the way. Huge. So, 3 already. 16. Alright, if you remember what the other one was before. It was 29 on the heavies. And like, I don't know, 9 or something like that. So I get 16 with that. We're getting, let's try the 50 armor. Getting from 16 to 9. That's almost twice as many bullets you can soak. And then at 100 armor, which is really good, you're going to get 5, which is almost twice again. So you're going to be taking 5 damage per shot. Oh, you could soak a lot of bullets with that. And if you got a really good saddle, I mean, if you got better than that, I don't know. I don't know how you're going to get better than that, but people on official are crazy, so that's pretty awesome. I'm going to show you this against some bases now. This is kind of just a little tip for soaking. If you guys don't already know, Daodon's really good at healing stuff super fast, but they run out of food like ridiculously quickly. If you just build 1,000,000 flipping dodos, you breed 1,000 of them, and you just make an egg farm, you can make a kibble farm, basic kibble. Normally when you feed them stuff, it takes them a super long time to eat, but this stuff, there's no cooldown on it. You just force spam them like crazy, so the food going up like crazy. Now this dude's food is like, you know, ridiculously leveled, but it's super fast, and you can heal your guys really fast if you have a lot of basic kibble. Really easy to make too. Also, these guys, these are like the other way of healing things. You just go ahead and boom. Oh crap. Oh, okay. Thought I got stuck. But yeah, that's how you do it. Heals them up pretty fast. Okay, so with soaking with these guys, the kind of cool thing, how you do it, is grab yourself a whip, equip that whip, aim straight down, go into K mode, and now your body's like folded in half, like origami, and then you just walk into it and hope that you don't get shot. Sometimes you gotta get it right. There you go. It lowers your hitbox or whatnot. You can soak these turrets. Sometimes they're a little too high. The trike is really good in this scenario where you soak turrets like this, where they're kind of low, or you're like poking in a cave and only the head is sticking out. I set all these turrets to just shoot you off the tame, because, you know, it's kind of how people do it. It's quite nice. They'll have at least, I mean, they're not going to put all of them on this, but they'll have a few that are just meant to bean you off your tame while you're soaking, and then they'll just shred your soakers. But while you're trying to respawn, or your friends whistle it, just runs into the turrets or whatnot. That's one of the things that's cool about the Stegos, is they could just be pulled straight out. These things will like run around. They'll run around and get beamed in the back like crazy, taking stupid damage. But they are amazing if you don't die. If you don't die while you're riding them, it's awesome. They definitely can soak up a ton of damage. Okay, so in this scenario, usually if it was just heavies, you'd want to go ahead and go in like this and soak all these turrets up. I don't know why they're not shooting me. Oh, there we go. Okay. Some serious lag. But you just get melted by them, the tech turrets. They're seriously shredding me. So I'm getting like taking 10 damage from the heavies and 150 per shot from the tech turrets, so you really shouldn't do that. Unless they are just heavies, go ahead and do it, but Stegos are flippin' amazing in that usually you won't get shot off by tech turrets. You basically can't get shot off these things by regular turrets. They have a ridiculous like protective hitbox, so these are probably the best thing for large scale soaking if they have tech turrets. If they don't, just use rock golems. It's great. And you could use, like, I haven't seen anybody use Brontos in forever, but they might be alright. I mean, racers, I don't know. On the super servers, like the 1,000+ servers, where people will do like a couple million health racers and whatnot, that's awesome. But yeah, so look, I can stand right in the line of fire, take all the turrets at one time, and I'm taking massively reduced damage. Seriously reduced damage from this. Oh, also I'm not buffed. Excuse me. Well, let me get that buff real quick. Ugh. Come on. There you are. Okay. There we go. Let's see what this is now. Dang, I'm out of... There we are. Okay, I got mate boost. That's 13, 19, getting some 16s in there. Yeah, that's a lot less damage. 11s. Okay. Yeah, this is with the 100 armor saddle, and the golem was with the 100 armor saddle as well. So these guys do very, very good on their efficiency. Let me go grab the... Well, I'm gonna die, but let me go grab the trike real quick. Alright, there's no chance that I'm gonna be able to not die from this. Because the dude has such a... like, the building's just so tall, so... Anyways, I got the 100 armor saddle, I got the mate boost, imprint boost, and I got the Uti. And... damage from the head... 5 damage from the head, but I'm getting blasted over the head, so... Oh, 4 damage. Alright, there it is. Yeah, so if you're able to, always use a trike. If you're able to, you're going to have such a better time doing it. It's going to be so much quicker. You're going to be soaking for way longer, healing for less, because their health is just way more efficient. It's like 3 times as efficient as, what was it, the rock golems. Let me go check real quick. Yeah, it was 3 times as efficient as the rock golems. Oh no, it was twice as efficient as the rock golems. Almost, yeah, more than 3 times as efficient as the stegos. This is accurate, by the way. This data is accurate. It's just whatever number is put into the formula, which would be the heavy turret damage. I'm pretty sure unofficial is 300, but if it's not, then it's just, you know, run the same thing through all this crap, alright? You can figure it out by yourself if it's for whatever server you're on. Just figure out the base damage of the turret, and then you got that. All this stuff here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Armor, so I had a theory that armor was, you know, followed these rules, but the armor for the saddles is super weird. For different damage sources, it does different things. Like getting hit by a dinosaur when you were, like, bit by a dinosaur has a different coefficient than being shot by a turret. It's really, really odd how all the math works. I haven't really found anybody, you know, claiming to know to know actually the real numbers about it. So it's kind of just speculation. But you were seeing with the 100 armor saddle, it was seriously reducing the damage. I took 4 damage on some of those shots. That last wall I went against, I took 4 damage from one of those bullets. And there was only heavy turrets and tech turrets on that wall. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome. Anyways, that should be it. Hope you guys have a good day. This is just kind of an informal video. I don't really do this often, or ever. But, yeah, I hope it helped. Alright, have a good one.